So, what's the future of wide area networks? If you boil down the reason for a wide area network, it's basically all about connecting users to their applications and their data and systems to each other, ideally with some form of performance guarantee. Traditional MPLS networks made good sense when all our data was centrally located either in customer or co-location data centers and the traffic flows were relatively static. The internet was mainly used for text-based communication with the outside world and web browsing, so bandwidth demand was pretty low and centralized breakout from the MPLS core made really good sense from a security and control perspective. Things have changed. Our data and our applications are no longer bound by the perimeter of our data centers. The explosion of public cloud and the subscription economy has seen much of our applications move to SaaS providers and our data and server infrastructure move to infrastructure as a service providers, all out in the public cloud. Many organizations have defaulted to the internet alone as the way to access these public cloud services, which has put a huge load on their central internet breakouts, which can become a real bottleneck if you're not careful. Others have moved to a model of having local direct internet access from every site. But in the process, they've opened up a large number of new attack vectors and ingress points into their network that all need to be secured, adding complexity, risk, and of course cost. Even traditional SD-WAN, and it seems a bit strange to call it traditional SD-WAN as it's relatively new technology, but it's real. You know, traditional SD-WAN technologies also don't cope well with that multi-cloud environment. They can't measure the quality of experience all the way to the public cloud provider's platform over the internet because their visibility ends at the edge of the corporate network. At Maintel, we've already transitioned our traditional MPLS offering into a managed SD-WAN service, but we're not resting on our laurels there because that isn't enough on its own. We're now transitioning our service again to a multi-cloud connectivity offering, which will combine both internet and private network underlays via a combination of traditional and emerging access technologies, including access to the burgeoning fiber broadband market and 4G, 5G technologies, and combining that with leading edge SD-WAN technology that embeds itself in all the mainstream SaaS and IaaS provider cloud platforms. And all this will be wrapped in our Icon portal for centralized visibility, insight, and control. With this offering, we can provide each site on your network with the connectivity that makes sense for that site. For some sites, that might just be a simple direct internet access. For others, it might include a backup 4G, 5G connection, moving up to larger sites. They may have a private connection to one of our Cloud Hub points of presence for private connectivity into their public cloud providers and their co-location facilities. With local internet breakout maybe as an alternate route for when it's a better option. The big larger sites and data centers may well have dual private connectivity for aggregated bandwidth and availability. And the possible combinations just go on and on. But the key is that they're all part of a ubiquitous, intelligent network that understands the best path at any given time between a user and their application or data, even if that's in the public cloud.